Hello, John here with just a very quick video. This is a video reply to RetroPaul, and he tagged me in a video that was classed as 5 gaming facts about me, or rather about him at the time, that you don't care about. Now this got my first video game / retro game video that I've done this year, so let's get on with it. Number 5, my first video game console that I owned was the Atari 7800. It was acquired by my parents from my uncle. And I mean, at the time my friends had Master Systems and NESes and things like that, but that was the first console I ever owned. And it's not a console I really want to go back to because I'm not a big fan of the old Ataris. Number 4, when I was at high school, or it was called the Academy, in my town, and me and my pal Adam, we used to go down to Comet, and they always had demo pods. At the time it was Sega Saturn and Sony PlayStation, but I had a Saturn at the time and ended up playing quite a lot of Crash Bandicoot, and I'm sure we were late quite a few times going back from lunch. Not really a great loss, if I'm honest. Number 3, my favourite video game magazine of all time is the official Sega Saturn magazine, SSM, and it was really brilliant, and I think they should have got the license for the Dreamcast magazine because it was a brilliant set of writers. Along the same timeline, say 97, 98, Computer and Video Games was really good then as well. I think they shared the same writers, or at least the same attitudes, because they were bloody brilliant magazines back then. Unfortunately, none of them exist, aside from maybe the odd CVG special. Number 2, one of my favourite game series is Streets of Rage. I'm quite a fan of Streets of Rage 1 to 3, and also the Streets of Rage remake on the PC by Bomber Games, which really Sega should have licensed to put a port on the Live Arcade and PlayStation Network. My favourite out of all of them though is still Streets of Rage 2. I spent a lot of my childhood playing that game. For some reason I swapped it for a while for Mega Games 2 with a friend at the time, and I was quite adamant in keeping Mega Games 2. I'm glad I didn't, and I've seen sense and got Streets of Rage 2 back. Incidentally, my favourite Streets of Rage 2 character is Max. And number 1, somewhat controversial. I won't say who it was, but when I was younger I used to go around to a friend's house and he used to get the official Nintendo magazine, and one of the freebies that he got with that magazine was a mini Game Boy shaped clock. And I may or may not have borrowed that little keyring Nintendo Game Boy shaped clock. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. I'll let you judge for yourself if I borrowed it or not. Now, as far as gaming facts, that's me gone. I don't really have anybody that I know well enough in the gaming community to tag, aside from RetroPaul and Monkey Spaz. So I'm going to throw it out to one of my friends on the Transformer side of things, and that's going to be Dorian, aka Vigoreth. So I don't know if he'll do one. He might not. It's up to him, but that's the only person I can think of tagging at the moment. Now, actually, while I'm speaking on the retro gaming side of things, I'm going to be doing a video soon. I'm going to be captioning through a Gens emulator and using DxTory, and also I'm going to be using this pad here, based on the Sega Saturn design, which is brilliant for fighters. It's not as good as the original Sega Saturn pad as I've got here. This feels a bit cheap, whereas you still get the shape there. That's it. I think this is cool pad, but this definitely has the original definitely has a better feel to it. But this will do the job grand. So hopefully I'll have that video out soon, and I'll see you next time.